Okay, don't make me get started. Swear down, I ain't going in half-hearted. Gonna tell them the truth.
Hello and welcome to the CICAS interview. And today we have Conrad Kira in the studio. Conrad.
Yo, how you doing?
Say hi, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm cool.
You feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good.
Good, man. So, Conrad, do you want to just introduce yourself and say what you do as an artist to the listeners?
Cool. Hello, my name is Conrad Kira. I am a rapper, I'm a producer, and I DJ as well. And make them beats, do this thing.
Make them beats, do this thing. And how long you been doing that for, Conrad?
Damn. A while.
Good while, isn't it?
A while, like maybe a decade or something.
Jeez.
Round about that, maybe more, probably more, I don't know.
Man's a decade in.
Yeah, probably something like that. I started when I was like a teenager, so yeah.
Did you start out producing first or rapping first? What came first, like the beats or the rhymes?
Well, technically, before like Grime and like I started doing raps and stuff like that, because I was like playing percussion in my primary school and like music was always a thing for me.
Yeah.
But I think I probably started in terms of like modern like grime music, rap music. I probably started like rapping first, trying to rap first, and then I got like an Atari from a neighbour and started going in on the beats.
Oh, nice. So was grime music the sort of sound of your youth?
I think so, yeah. Like it was the equivalent to like that way, you know, my parents would have had like punk music and dub and like sound system things and all that. Like grime was that for us. I feel like it was a voice of my generation at the time. And it was like, just the kind of tail end of garage when garage was getting a bit darker, and then suddenly this new sound came up that nobody knew what it was. And that's what really, and suddenly instead of listening to like guys talking about raving or listen, you know, that you didn't, and popping champagne, or listening to rappers from America and trying to get what they're saying, like, and understanding so much, but then suddenly you listen to guys that lived like round the corner from you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Using the same slang as you, so, and hearing crazy beats, so that was cool.
And talking about the same things that you're seeing day to day. All right, so would you say that that's what sort of influences you musically, that grime is a part of your influences, or what are your influences?
Well, the thing is, I feel like I would be doing music regardless, but grime was the thing, you get me, that was current at the time and really taught to me. But I guess I've always been influenced, definitely grime, like early grime that was like crazy and new, and that's like blew my head off basically. And then like, but generally just anything that was kind of considered new and kind of pioneering at the time. So like I really like some like music from like the 70s and the 80s, which was considered futuristic then. So like Yellow Magic Orchestra, like Kraftwerk, Propaganda, people like that. And then, you know, going through like hip hop, you know, like, you know, people like, you know, Wu-Tang and then Dre and Snoop and that whole G-Funk era. And just stuff that was like crazy and new and just banged, you know. It was like that time, it like really signified that time, and I just that's the stuff that inspires me, you know, just groundbreakers, I suppose.
Nice. So you've got an EP that you developed. So some of these influences, have they fed into your creative creation process? What has been the creation process in the creation of your EP? What's it called, sorry?
It's called Rictus. Rictus.
Wow.
The creative process, basically, like, I really wanted to do something to really, I've been doing music for a while, but just to really put me on the map in terms of sound and stuff like that, you know. I wanted to make the type of music, like now I feel I'm making the type of music that I aimed to make, but maybe didn't have the skill set to, or whatever.
Okay.
I got some funding. Like I got some funding like through Help Musicians, which was the Emerging Excellence Fund, which you had to apply for, and then it was like, and kind of win it really, get it, and then I was like, cool, I'm just going to make an EP and I'm going to really just put my heart and soul into it. It's not just going to be tracks that I've made grouped together. It's going to be like, you know, yeah, it's going to have a kind of overall sound. So I really wanted it to sound kind of hard and really bang, and but also I wanted it to have loads of layers and textures. So I worked with like some musicians like Wayne Francis, Yusuf Days, like Tom Yule, and like, so like, you know, got a bit of live drums, some sax, and distorted it and got some strings on the thing. But also though, like, it still sounds kind of hard and industrial and kind of, you get me, gritty, because I didn't want it to sound like, I didn't want it to sound like a live album. I wanted it to sound like the music I listened to on the street back in the day as well. So I feel, yeah, with that, and also the stuff I'm talking about, I wanted it to kind of sound like what I was talking about. You know what I mean?
What's the content? What is the content?
Well, like the lead single, which is called Baka, that was like about, I always like joke when I'm doing shows, like that was about when I was like getting bullied in the chicken shop on Peckham Rye Lane, but when I was a teenager. But there are certain aspects of that, like it was just basically about kind of growing up and just some of the people I hung out with that weren't that cool, you get me, and being bullied, and then rising above that and being like, no, man ain't gonna do that now, innit? Do you know what I mean? And yeah, so that, and then, you know, I was like signing on and stuff, and like when I was writing some of it, it was about like the times I was signing on and just times when just life wasn't really going that good, you get me, like anxiety, depression and thing. But so it has that in it, but then at the same time it's about like fighting through that and being stronger because of it. So it's not some depressing thing, it just like, yeah, like man went through that and now man's here.
Persevering.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Definitely. And you've got some visuals out? Yeah. Who did you work with on your visuals?
I've worked with a few people, like the Baka video. It was this dude called Luke Wheel and Abby Ennis, and Luke like filmed it. Abby was kind of directed it with Luke, you get me, and then my brethren Gleno from Tokyo, he made a video that's about to come out where we almost got arrested by the Japanese boy them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they weren't really boy them, they were like just wardens, but yeah, we had to dash, boy. I know a bit of Japanese, but not enough to get me out of that.
Oh, wow.
But he got us out of it though, luckily. So him in Tokyo, Meg Lavender as well, who I live with, doing a video for me, and then Greg Pond, who done the remix for Baka, all these 3D visuals. So yeah, like I feel lucky, like I've got some good people
around you. Yeah, creative.
Get me?
Man, that sounds excellent. And the EP comes out 4th of September, did you say?
Yeah, the EP comes out 4th of September. I don't know when people will be hearing this, but if you're hearing it before the 2nd of September, we're like doing the launch event at Rye Wax in Peckham, and that's like on the 2nd on a Wednesday, and it starts at 7. Gonna be me performing, DJs, gonna be vibes in it. So,
wicked.
Yeah,
that's wicked. Okay, and the EP's called Rictus?
Yeah, the EP's called Rictus.
What does Rictus mean?
It means it's like named after one of the tracks on there, and it means kind of like, you know, when people are kind of so angry or so scared or whatever, but they end up kind of smiling.
Okay.
Like they're like, oh, it's hard to, obviously people aren't going to see
like
me doing it now, but they're like, you know, like, I don't know, like the Joker from Batman, or like certain things in comic books where people are kind of actually a bit mad, innit? They're going a bit mad and they're not having a happy time, innit? But they're just putting on that smile like, yeah, kids,
it's
good.
Fine, yeah.
It's fine, but it's not. But yeah, that's kind of what the EP was named after, you know.
Great, that's great. Okay, Conrad, before we sign out, I wonder if there's anything you'd like to leave the listeners with. They're gonna we've definitely said to check out your EP and the launch, obviously, on the 2nd. Was there any quote you'd like to leave them with, or any final thought?
Real talk. I don't know. Like I was saying this to my little cousin the other day, who I admire very much and respect a lot, and she's like 16 and that, and when I talk to her, it makes me kind of think of when I was younger, because we grew up in the same area and thing. And I said to her, you know, like, I know you feel it feels like this is the be all and end all. Like you being 16, you get me, school and your brethrens now and what you're going through and thing. But in a few years' time, it's like, even a couple years' time, it's bare not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's bare not. And I feel, and that's kind of what I kind of wanted to do with Baka and stuff as well, because it's like, yeah, you know, I went through certain stuff, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like now, like, I'm like, man is not that guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not hanging out with people like that. Like, I feel like my life's just much better. So I feel like when you're growing up, there's so much stuff, you know, it's like, oh, get all your GCSEs or you'll die. Or you'll be poor and you'll be a degenerate, you'll go to prison.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? And that's how
Yeah.
it almost feels like that. And do you know what I mean? And if you're not popular in secondary school, you'll never be popular. You'll never have friends. And that's all bull, you know what I mean? So I kind of just like, be you know, live in the world that is as well as the world that you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, just be real, because people will appreciate you. Even if they don't appreciate you now, they will. And they'll feel, and the people that don't will feel dumb about it, innit? They'll try to inbox you on some stupid thing.
True.
And you know what I mean? So just be you.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say.
I think that's perfect, man. That's perfect. Thank you, Conrad.
Cool, no worries.
Peace, man.
Cool.